hello. What's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday to you all. Good to see ya. What is up, my Yako Best Girl? Thomas Flash, Variety Black. I got all the best food takes. Seafood, horrible. Don't put fluids on your cereal. Pizza, good. I think everyone agrees with that. Pineapple on pizza, on the other hand. Anchovies on pizza, oh my goodness, that is the worst thing in the entire world. We might need to do another pizza stream sometime. A charity might need some more money, but we might have to have a no anchovy rule. Oh, so how is everyone this afternoon? It is our final Historic Anthology stream. We've played, if we look at Historic Anthology, Let me pull this up real quick. If we look at Historic Anthology, I feel like we've played most of like the best cards. If you look at the cards, we've played Inspiring Statuary, we've played Hamza, we've played Harmless Offering Tomorrow for Against the Odds, we played Collective Conjuring. So we're kind of getting down to the nitty gritty, the janky cards from Historic Anthology 4. So today on the docket, we have some crabs, of course. Who doesn't have crabs? So we have 8 crab mill. We have some spider spawning action, perhaps, and then maybe a really bad deck with Emmet Turtle, the janky against the odd style deck, and then who knows what else. We could jump around, try other things, build decks. I don't even know, but we're starting with a bunch of crabs. Crab mill in Historic. So that is the plan for this afternoon. No Merit Lage in this deck. I thought about building Mono Blue Snow. We still got to play Merit Lage's Lumber, don't we? That one could show up on Against Odds, or we could build a deck around it. We need more good snow cards. One of the things I realized is Historic is severely lacking in good snow cards. Like, what do you have here? Actually, let's look at this real quick. I'm getting sidetracked already. Do you guys like or dislike when we get sidetracked on streams? Is it a positive or a negative? Hey, what's up? Kudos and Gutter Snipe and also El Kezor and Prime Meta and Shredrana. Crabs to you. Good to see you. And also me pronouncing your name correctly. So look at snow in Historic. Like, here's the issue. If you look at it, what we need, and this is going to sound absolutely hilarious, but the thing that's missing, that's keeping snow from being good, it's Abominable Tree Folk. We need an Abominable Tree Folk. That is what we're missing. So if you try to build a snow deck, all right, you got Ascendant Spirit. That's decent. Frostauger's good. Then after that, it starts to fall apart. Crack gets pretty bad. This thing's not very good. Necromancer's like passable if you want to go into black, but there's not a lot of other black stuff. In green, Sculptor of Winter is decent. After that, though, you're like, maybe Jorn a couple copies. Is this our Abominable Tree Folk? I don't think it is. It isn't trampling. It doesn't get as big. So it's actually pretty tricky to build full-on Snow Tribal. So I don't think it's bad. Like, throw Merit Lage's Lumber into the mix wherever... Oh, we don't... We don't have copies of it yet. If you throw Merit Lage's Slumber into the mix, it becomes more appealing, but it's still definitely not like in Modern. So maybe we'll build Snow. Maybe that's on our list, but we're starting with crabs. At least to start, we're gonna 8 crab, and then maybe we'll build Snow on stream. If y'all wanna Snow, well, let's try to build a Snow deck. I'm down with that. Maybe we give Kraken a shot. You should play Metalwork. Ridiculous Metalwork deck at some point. I'm climbing up and through Platinum now. Oh yeah, Metalwork classes can be very powerful. That sounds super sweet. But anyway, that's the plan for today. Rewatching your MH1 spoiler vid for fun. You called Abominable Tree Folk barely playable. How the tables turned. Now I love that card. I mean, it still hasn't caught on in top tier cards. Although I will in top tier decks. Although I will say, part of what made Tree Folk good is getting more snow support. So when it came out, maybe we didn't have enough snow stuff, but now that we got even more snow stuff, good lord, that card is sweet. Have you considered a Beer Flash for budget Magic? It only plays 4 Mythics and Brazen Borrow, 8 rares outside of Land, Slitherwhip, Sea Dash, or Octopus. Feels pretty good in Standard. Yeah, the reason why we haven't played a deck like Demir Flash on budget Magic is, I don't know. And maybe I'm wrong. I feel like people don't want to watch that play style. There's if you go back and look at all the YouTube series and all the streams, we play very few counterspelly control style decks. And that's because my impression is people don't enjoy that style of deck, even though I think they're fun to play. So I tend to shy away from decks that are built around that play style. But maybe I shy away from it too much. Maybe we should actually be playing it. So anyway, we're crabbing today to start off with. But let's do our reminders first. Hey, what's up, Neo GD Roo? How are you? Yeah, and I mean, that's the other thing. Crim loves Drago. So if you go to the YouTube, Crim, every other deck is some sort of Drago control deck. So it kind of works out perfectly. I don't play those decks, and then Crim plays those decks constantly. So if you want to see Drago control, you get to watch Crim videos. If you want to see other stuff, you can watch my videos, and it's a good mix. Great Ghoul, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. So reminders, replay YouTube. As we invite all the old streams, including this one in the future, normal YouTube. I had some sweet Crim action today. Egon stopping for Budget Magic yesterday. Tomorrow, Harmless offering Historic against the odds. Tons of other stuff as well. We're also like a week away from spoiler season. And yeah, I found out today we have not one but two different spoilers coming with Strixhaven. So there will be Goldfish spoilers. I think the first one is, I want to say 2 weeks from today on the 30th, and then the second one is like a week after that. So we're gonna have lots of Goldfish spoilers, official spoilers to talk about. So keep an eye out for that coming up. Spoiler season. I am super hyped. Strixhaven gonna be amazing. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom, and maybe you want to get some Time Star Remastered or a glimpse of the unthinkable. Maybe you want a mill in Modern. Maybe you need to sort something in Commander. You can get all that and more at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Let them know you want one in the order notes. They'll hook you up. They're sweet like that. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Radio Feed Graber, first time sub. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Otherwise, merch page. Clean out Richard's Garage. Tokens, t-shirts, playmats. Good way to support the stream and the channel and the site. And donations. They're always appreciated. Never required. $2 or more. And you get your message read on stream. So let's talk about our decks today. So what are we starting with? Deck number one, it's Crab Mill. We'll talk about this one in a minute. We also might build Snow, because people want to build the Snow deck. The other backup decks, they're a little janky. They're a little bit on the janky side. Actually, Spiders doesn't look that bad. $5 donation from McIntyre. Thank you so much. Hey, Seth, have you ever considered it against the odds, trying to get a giant Death Shadow by getting a negative life total with a cannot lose a game effective play? Sounds difficult, but fun. There was actually decks built around that in the past. Does anyone know if that has changed? Like, for some reason I thought that they changed the rules so you couldn't actually grow Death Shadow bigger than a 13/13, because I actually remember there was a Rite of Consumption Angel's Grace Death Shadow deck. This is like 5 years ago or something in Modern. It might have been the first Death Shadow deck actually before they started building other ones. I think that they changed the rules so it can't go over 13/13 now, because people used to actually do that. That was a thing. That was a thing in the future. Or in the past, not in the future. We have another donation, Vincent Viceroy Hurricane, $5 donation. Hey, Seth. How dare you imply that we, the chat, is anything but masterful, proto-winning advice and tips? I love you, chat, and I appreciate the donation. You're all the best. If you listened to the podcast yesterday, I was just talking about streaming. It wasn't meant to be a knock on chat. The most fun I have making Magic content, and this is not a lie or exaggeration, the most fun I have making Magic content is streaming and hanging out with all of you. Like, it is my favorite part of what I do. So I still think that you make me lose more than I would lose if I was not streaming, but it is 100% worth it because I have so much fun doing it and y'all are awesome. So anyway, might try some spider spawning action, basically aggressive self-mill, Lord of Extinction, a little bit of Cauldron of Eternity, but really filling the graveyard with creatures so we can make a bunch of spiders. Is Ishkana is not in this format, right? That has not been in an anthology yet. Yeah, no Ishkana yet. But basically, maybe we try some spider spotting. Also, I don't know if we'll try this deck. This deck is really rough and really janky. I threw it together because I wanted to try to win with Liliana's Contract, and we get another cheap demon and Amida Turtle, but not the best deck. That might be more for against odds. Maybe we build Snow, but we are starting with 8 crabs. Number 1 is 8 crabs. And the idea of this deck is we got 8 crabs that trigger when we play lands to mill our opponent. So the idea is we play Ruin Crab, make land drops. We play Iceberg Cancerix, make land drops, start milling our opponent. We also have Teferi's Tutelage, of course. We have some Psychic Corrosions, of course. So we can draw cards with Opt, we can draw with Into the Story, we can draw with Frantic Inventory to mill our opponent even more. We got Burvac to double up our mill. All of a sudden, Ruin Crab is milling for 6 a turn, Cancerix for 4 a turn, Tutelage, who knows, a ton of cards each turn to speed up the clock, and that's essentially the plan. My initial take on this deck, I tried to be mono blue. I thought that mono blue would be sweet. The problem is you just die to creature decks. Like, your opponent plays creatures and you can't kill them because you're mono blue and they run you over. So I ended up splashing into black so we could have Drown in the Lock and Bloodchief's Thirst and Thoughtseize and Extinction Event at the sideboard. And that's the plan. Essentially crab mill. Maybe we do need Graveyard Hate. That could be a thing worth considering. Ooh, Graveyard Hate? Is Graveyard Hate necessary? Does Whelming Wave leave the crabs? It does not. It does not leave the crabs. Krakens, Leviathans, Octopuses, and Serpents. Is that how you pluralize octopus? I don't know if that's correct. Is Wizards right? How do you pluralize? Is pluralize the correct word to describe what I'm trying to say? It may not. I thought it was like octopods, octopi. It's gotta be octopi, like Black Lodi. If you got a bunch of them, octopi. Octopi is way funnier. Yeah, maybe some ley lines would be worth it. Summoning's down, Extinction Event down. Leyline in, one Thoughtseize out, Leyline in. All right, boom. Let's crab them. Pegasi. It's definitely Pegasi. Is pluralizes? It's gotta be. What would the right word for to make plural be? It's gotta be pluralizes. What other possibilities are there? What is a group of octopuses called? Octopi. What is a group of them called? I don't know the answer to that. I know that it's like a shiver of sharks. That's actually the words for groups of animals is actually very interesting, and some of them are very good. I think it's a shiver of sharks. Is it a pod? That's not that scary. Emerald Blazer. Technically, it's octopods. Octopi is a romanization of a Greek word. Ooh, well, thank you, and welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. We have another new. Ooh, that's 2 crabs. 2 crabs, we will keep this. We have another new donation. Viceroy Hurricane, $10 donation. Hey, you can't blame all your puns on us. Either way, thanks for being awesome and fun. It's not always your fault, Viceroy. Only most of the time. Thank you for the donation. Definitely appreciate it. A Murder of Crows is good. There's even a card called Murder of Crows. Does anyone know giraffes? I learned this in like a crossword puzzle or something, and I can't remember. It has to do with their height, but I can't remember the word. But when I found out what it was, I was like, wow, that is actually perfect for giraffes. Words for groups of animals. List of names of groups of animals. All right, let's all right, sorry opponent. We have more important things to do. We need to talk about animal group names. Milieu for 3. Boom. Oh my god, it's Feather. Oh, Feather. Well, send a message. All right. We'll look at it after this game. Instead of sideboarding, Tower of Giraffes. That sounds right. That's so perfect. Instead of sideboarding, we've been playing too much Memer Dream lately. Instead of sideboarding, we will look at animal group names. in between games of this match. That sounds like the responsible thing to do. We're actually 0-0. 3-3 is a holdover from last time. Ooh, Clarion Spirit. Interesting. Well, opt. To the bottom. Need our lands. We really would like... Oh my god, I wish we had kept it now if there's going to be 2 in a row. Not a land. I'll kill you. Miss our land drop depressingly past the turn. It should be a goof of giraffes. Something like that. Learning animal group names would be helpful, which is outside assistance. I guess technically. About it. You mean English shapes or groups as animals, and check the name of a group depends on its inner structure. So a group of lions is the same as a group of wolves because they... Oh, now we draw the land. I see how it is. Well... 4 in the graveyard? Alright, let's just do this, and do this. And mill you. Haha. Shocks for days. Yeah, that's a crab thing to do. They gotta pinch you. I mean, if you're gonna have claws like that, why would you not use them? Even if it doesn't really hurt. Oh dear. Another Clarion Spirit. Opponent goes attacking. Is it a trap? Punter bluff. We just milled 2 shocks. How many can they possibly have? Hopefully not 3 and a red source. Alright. Yeah. Opponent passes. Ooh, crab, but no. Alright, Psychic Corrosion. Oh, if we can get to this end of the story, life is gonna be so good. Yeah, they could have played a red source. They could have had red source plus shock, but a business of ferrets. Sup, Seth? I'm on my lunch break. Glad to catch the stream. This might be a regular thing. Ooh, well, that's good timing. I'm glad that it works out that you can watch on lunch. Welcome. Hopefully work is going well today. I was not playing around Defiant Strike. No. That's how our crab meets its end? And an untap land. This really is oh my god, an Arcanist. Oh, I hate Arcanist. Drown in the Lock. That would have been good in previous years. Oh, we need lands. We need lands. How many cards are in their deck? 39. If we play this, and then we draw with this, that's a lot of triggers, but not a lethal amount of triggers. Well, Frantic Inventory. Oh my god. Oh! We're a 24 land deck. We're not being greedy. We're not being greedy. About it. I don't know about Dreadhorde Arcanist. We can't play a crab because it just dies to Arcanist. Everything just loses to Arcanist at this point because Arcanist is busted. Yeah. All right. To the sideboard and extinction events, please. Yeah, that's tough. Well, extinction event in. Go down a Psychic Corrosion. Go down a Psychic Corrosion. Go down an opt and an opt. Bring in an opt. Bring in an Asset Scatter. Run it like that. Well, I would have played 22 before that tweet, so technically... Yeah, it's good against Arcanist, but this isn't really a graveyard deck. They seem to just be hoping to play against crabs. They don't really look like a graveyard deck. It feels like they're just a feather deck, and they have Arcanist because it works sort of with feather. I work at a game store. I'm putting tons of orders for new Pokemon TCG set and gearing up for TSR release. Ooh, oh, that sounds sweet. I heard Pokemon's like going crazy right now. Does the snow crab feel like it's putting in work? I kind of wish it milled 3, like the other crabs. Not sure why it only mills 2. I guess in theory it triggers on more stuff, but milling 2 instead of milling 3 is a little bit awkward. Oh, we forgot to look at animal group names. Yes, you're always welcome to share your decks. Please do, if you have one you want to share. Well, Ice Tone will go. About it. Tap land. Well, Faceless Haven, go. Come on, lands! More lands, more lands. Does anyone here play Pokemon? I have never played Pokemon. Is Pokemon actually enjoyable? Like, how different is it than Magic? Rorik's Venture for the 8th month. Good luck with the meal plan. Looking to get some wins today. That would be sweet. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, let's just frantic inventory. Try to hit a land. We kind of do. Opponent hits us. We hit a land, but it's a tapped one, unfortunately. St. Clarity. Oh, and that is also a tapped one. St. Clarity, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if we kill this, and then our opponent plays Feather, are we just absolutely dead? But if we don't kill this, then they can protect it, and we're dead. I guess we gotta kill it. Oh, the Snow Mana base is also pretty bad in... Historic. That's another drawback. You don't get fetch lands, real fetch lands, which makes it a lot worse. No feathers. No feathers. Please, no feathers. You can draw a lot of cards. I do like drawing a lot of cards. Dreadhorn Arcanist. Opponent passes. I'll play the land past the turn. I mean, we're not in the worst of shape. If we can ever mill our opponent and into the story, then look out. I dabble in Pokemon. It's all right. Very much 2 players playing solitaire, kind of like Faithless Looting Era Modern. Okay, I can see that. Try playing it on stream. That could be interesting. Definitely have never done a Pokemon stream before. Someday I might do a Civ stream. Just because I enjoy Civ. I found out about mods on Civ. Oh my goodness. I'm surprised I'm even streaming. I could be playing Civ mods. Photo gets it, it says. Ooh. The Nivmagus Elemental Kiln Fiend deck looks spicy. Ground Rift is definitely one of the best payoffs for a strategy like that. Oh, golly. Alright. Well... We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, Golden Knight Castigator, eh? Golden Knight Castigator is a card that I don't think I've ever seen anyone play. I don't even remember seeing play in Standard. Terry the Hunter! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Iceberg Cancerix is our second crabby friend. Opponent hits us. Wow, we can't even counter that. That's awkward as... Oh, boy. Well, it could have been worse. We draw a land. We play the land. We pass the turn. We haven't found a single way to mill a card. And this Dreadhorde Arcanist is going to get huge. And we're going to cry. This has gone very awkwardly. Awkward to draw every end of the story and no mill. I like Civ 5 better than 6. You mentioned that spoilers start on the 25th. Where'd you hear that? So apparently Wizard said that on stream, and that date has been confirmed in other ways. So it definitely starts on the 25th. And my guess is we got a lot of spoilers this time because we have the... All right, opponent gets and hits us. Usher the Fallen. I think we're actually going to counter this. We need to get cards in our opponent's graveyard, and that does dodge Extinction Event. Counter the Usher. Are they even playing Feather? This is like Feather mixed with Standard. about it. Passes. Oh, how dead are we if we keep waiting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a drown in the lock. I would like to start milling and leave up drown in the lock. It's kind of greedy. I think we're going to do it, though. Teferi's tutelage. The bad news is this does improve the Arcanist, potentially. Discard, I guess, one of our infinite Into the Stories, since we are not allowed to hit land drops. Mill. Pass the turd. Really wish we could have drawn lands. Keep a sale for the 21st month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have you tried Crab Shift? I have not tried Crab Shift. Well, we got to counter that. Now we'll see. Maybe this Extinction event's going to be good enough. Snow-covered island. Drown in the lock. Counter the war boss. Whew. Come on, crabs. Hold. Pota hits us. Flash it back, God willing, for no discernible reason. I guess, oh, they get a counter. Okay. And a scry. So that's not that bad. What do you think about a super janky Guildmage Tribal commander deck with Golos as a commander and Zerta as a companion? Would probably be busted. If you got Golos as your commander, it'd probably be busted. We dropped a 6. Milieu. Well, we'll see. We saw our opponent playing a bunch of shocks, so they could be able to burn us out. Is Brawl dead? I don't know if I'd say it's dead. Is it heavily played and popular? I don't know if I'd say that either. Extinction event on even. It is nice, opponent. I agree. Even. Out of here. All of y'all. Ruin Crab. Milieu. Wow, this deck is strange. This isn't even a feather deck, is it? It looks like a feather deck, but it's not. Okay, it is a feather deck. Probably dead. Well, that's unfortunate. Looks like our opponent probably top decked that feather. Well, Milieu. End of the story. Not convinced we're going to get another turn, though. Okay, it's definitely a feather deck. It's a feather deck that doesn't look like a feather deck, but it technically is. Well, Milieu a bunch. Wow, is there any way we can mill our opponent out? Boy, we need like one more turn, and I don't know if we're going to get one. Mill. Fabled Passage. Like, if we get to survive, we should be able to win. Crag Fabled Passage. We are going to have this Drown in the lock, fully powered. Milieu. Oh, all right, go Crab. Pass the turd. Come on. You could do it. We need to survive one turn, and then Burvac plus Into the Story is just game. Yeah, Drowned could give us a shot. God's willing. This is our window, right? This is where we got to go for it. Yeah, we got to try. Nice. Say nice. All right. Opponent, handful of feather cards. Leaves it on top. They don't get their cards back to their end step, though, right? Oh, my goodness. They get him now. Oh. And they left it on top, so it's... Oh, my goodness. Were we not at the end step when that happened? Defiant Strike. Can they go runner? They're 1 point of damage short at the moment. Opponent hits us to 2. Okay. Oh, we got it. Hey, Solaris! Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everyone. We're crabbing. We've got the crabs today. We got them. Oh, we got them. Milieu. Burvac gonna save the day here. We could definitely mill 18 pretty easily. Burvac power. If they're slow rolling a shock, mill. Burvac. Yeah. Double trouble. Ice tunnel. Mill 6. Into the story. Mill infinite. Yes. Oh, taking down the feather menace. Oh, wait, was that out? Oh! We scared him away. What a moral victory. We beat our opponent so badly with crabs, I don't know, they're out of here. They're off to the doctors. Oh, I don't think feather players have a very good claim to being salty. If your deck is like pseudo boggles designed around casting the same spell a million times, you can't get salty. Well, we'll take it. The crab scared him away. They didn't want to get pinched or snipped. Oh, we still forgot to, and we're actually 1-0. We actually forgot to look at animal group names. Oh, chat. Okay, so here's an actual important conversation on YouTube on a weekly basis. Hey, what's up, long shots? I do 4 gameplay series. There's both of our crabs. I like the crab hand. I do 4 gameplay series on a weekly basis. I do Budget Magic. I do Against the Odds. I've been doing Meme or Dream, and I do Much a Brew. If you had to choose one of those series to cut, to get rid of, which of those series would you personally choose? Well, there's more crabs where that came from, opponent. So the theme of the series is Much a Brew is like brews that other people have made for the most part. Like there's sometimes it's decks I make, but it's usually other people's brews from various tournaments. Well, Faceless Haven, Milieu. Good thing for us is, what are you going to steal from our deck with this Thief of Sanity? Not much, I don't think. Psychic Corrosion, go. Crabs should have reach. They can claw. They can claw things out of the air. About it, gets it, hits us, gonna steal a bad mill card. So what would be the one that you would cut? Budget Magic, since some of the decks are boring. I mean, Budget Magic is, in some ways, maybe the toughest of the series. Because I think budget magic, the problem with budget magic is it's kind of threefold. Like the pandemic hurt paper. So no one's going, or not many people have been going to like modern F&M or whatever. The question is, I think we gotta opt. Oh, we don't have the mana anyway. Well, alright, play Burback. Don't counter it. Don't counter it, opponent. Alright, they saw it coming. Good for them. Milieu. Pass the turn. Opponent taps. So that's kind of the issue with, I would say, with budget magic is pandemic hurt paper. So people aren't building like random budget modern decks for F&M. Arena made standard budget really awkward. Because there's like basically no budget on Arena. It's really hard for budget decks to be a thing on Arena. And then you also have just power creep. And power creep is also not great for budget magic. It's much harder to like get someone with a random pile of commons today than it was a few years ago. Wow, opponent living their best life, I would say. Well, Milia, Burvac, opt. Keep the crab, I guess. Ugh. Our opponent actually found one of our few cards that do something. That is so frustrating. Opponent's like going off. So opponent's a Crim deck. Meme or Dream, but with fixing is an interesting idea, I guess. Yeah, the Thief of Sanity is just going to town. Opponent steals our stuff. Huh. Well, I guess it's good to see Thief of Sanity doing things. I'm feeling like we're super dead, though. Milieu. Psychic Corrosion. Saw it coming. Oh, Ard round in the lock. Yeah, so our opponent has stolen so many of our counters. Play Ruin Crab. That's our op that we would have liked. Opponent. Oh, not being able to kill this Thief of Sanity is wrecking us. Well, Milieu. Pass the turn. Opponent. Hits us. Yeah, the Thief of Sanity has been actually absurd. Even, like, I mean, I guess our opponent's just drawing an extra card every turn, and even though our cards are not great outside of mill, removal's good, op's good, like, it's hard to go super wrong with cards like that. Is that our route? Oh, okay. At least that was our opponent's removal this time. Yeah, there's no coming back from this position. Budget decks are great to watch. We need to be able to kill that. We need to be able to answer Thief of Sanity, apparently. Thoughtseize in. Go down to Corrosion. I mean, if our opponent doesn't have Thief of Sanity, I feel like we can just beat our opponent naturally. I feel like we can just beat our opponent naturally by playing our mill enchantments. How did it hit so many relevant cards in our mill deck? Do what Tomer does and build budget on stream. How does Tomer actually do it? I've never actually watched one of those streams when Tomer does it. Does he actually play that? He builds the decks and then plays them? So the other issue is I feel like Twitch streams make for bad YouTube content in general. Because YouTube, what makes Twitch streaming awesome and fun is interacting with the chat. Like that's the whole point, is we get to hang out and talk about stupid stuff, and that's like what I enjoy about it. Well, we gotta take Thief of Sanity, I guess. I think our opponent intentionally mulliganed for that Thief of Sanity. So, yeah, so that's what makes Twitch awesome, is interacting with chat. But interacting with chat is actually a huge negative for YouTube. So I thought about, like, oh, maybe we just record stuff on stream, but I think it just makes bad YouTube content. Hey, M. Bowser, how are you? Good to see you. Well, tap land, go. Our wonderful Snowmana base. Memer Dream is too amazing. It's the best. Don't cut anything. So the hard part is opponent Velky takes Burvac. Sure. So the hard part is during spoiler season, essentially. Like, during spoiler season, it's very, very difficult to do all the gameplay series. So that's essentially the sticking point. Yeah, could just kill this now. They could draw Thief of Sanity though. Eldraine. All right, I guess we kill it. Kill Velgi. Get it back. Well, we'll see what happens. We got a Crab. We got a Burvac. Opponent's got lots of interaction, though. They are a control deck. Alternate Budget Magic and Memer Dream. That makes sense. I could see that. Maybe it's a matter of, like, combining some stuff together or going back and forth. Ooh, they're playing a Release to the Winds Tybalt. Well, I'm very glad we killed Tybalt because they could have potentially had an actual Tybalt that turn. Ooh, Drowning Lock's great. Boy, Burvac actually does a lot of milling. And now I think we're actually in decent shape. We got a counter. If we hit card draw, it's great. If we hit lands, it's great. There's very few cards we can draw now that are not good. Opponent, tap land. We could even go with the Faceless Haven beatdown. That is the suggestion I gave earlier. I think it might make sense to have rotating series. Do we care about Nikki B? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Rotating series. Memer Dream, Budget Magic, rough drafts. Yeah, that might be a good way to go about it. Would you actually like to see more limited? I guess that's the other thing. One thing I've noticed is it seems like limited has had a resurgence recently, where all of a sudden people are streaming a lot of draft. Like, should we do more rough drafts? I mean, we usually do a limited stream. Oh no, that's a very good draw. We usually do a limited stream when a new set releases. Like, we'll do Time Tower Remastered on Thursday, but we haven't done much on the YouTube. We have a new donation from, well, I gotta kill the Ashiok. Alright, crab number 2. Well, that's what we got. Crabs for days. Apes of Wrath with a $5 donation. Is there a better feeling in Standard than Lithophorum mentioned? Copy Elrod's Epiphany. Memer Dream Run is that. Maybe do a chat poll for fan favorite and least favorite. Yeah, that might. Oh, yes. Fabled Passage. Boom. Crab ya. Crag Fabled Passage. Double boom. Double crab ya. Opponent's out of cards. Library diminishing. Oh, if we had the Burvac, they'd probably be dead by now. Millum. Pass the turn. And we haven't hit any card draw either. Literally 0 card draw. Yeah, I did a poll on my Twitter. Maybe we'll have to do one on Twitch too. Because I think what's going to happen, and I know it's going to... Oh, yes. Crab's coming through. Milia. Island. Milia. All right. Pass the turn. Potent. 9 cards in the library. I think what's going to end up happening is basically instead of 4 gameplay series, do 3 gameplay series a week. Initially, so I was doing 3 gameplay series a week. And then the Meme or Dream idea came around. And that kind of upped it to 4 a week. And my initial idea with Meme or Dream was actually not to have it be an every week series, but people liked it, so I've been trying to do it every week. But I kind of feel like Meme or Dream is a series where it's best when there's a really good Meme or Dream deck to do. I don't know if it has to be an every week series. Hey, thank you. It's 8 Krusties. Good luck with the order pulls. Yeah, that could be a realistic possibility. Have like against the odds every week. Have whatever much a brew every week, and then have a rotating Meme or Dream / Budget Magic / whatever rough drafts. The troll deck is really sweet. Haha! All right. Nicobolas cannot overcome the crabs. Well, that was good. Do we get lucky? Perhaps. But, we'll take it. Go crabs. Out of curiosity, how often do you play Limited off stream? Currently not that much, honestly. In the past, a ton, but here's one of the weird things about making content and streaming is it doesn't leave that much time for playing Magic off stream. Although I still, when I do have extra time, I still often do play Magic off stream, but not nearly as much as in the past. Like when I was not making content, oh my goodness, I spent so much time like Vintage Cube drafting, like so much time. So I actually draft limited, or I actually play limited a lot less now that I have been doing content compared to in the past. All right, Krabs and Burvac. Don't kill this opponent. More Goat Magic. More Goat Magic could be fun. Goat Magic is another one where when there's a good theme, I think it's one of my favorite series that we do. But I feel like it's another one where if you don't have a good theme, it's a little more hit or miss. Hey, let me see, Evelyn. Ooh. Historic Platinum based on an old budget Magic deck. That sounds spicy. Well. Yeah, Faceless Haven, Cancer Eggs. Go. Come on. No. No Spectres, please. Auspice. Opponent. Opponent. Well, Burvac. Oh, this is going so badly. I think we're just dead. Have I played Legacy since Oko being banned? I have not. Why is it 8 crab when there's only 4 of them? I mean, we have... There's 8 right there. Cancer Eggs and Ruined Crab. That is 8. Well, we're getting janked out to the max. Well, Tutelage is a real draw at least. Gotta discard into the story because we're gonna lose it anyway. Milieu. Well, alright. Opponent 47? Haven't we milled more than... Oh my goodness, we haven't. Ugh. Go Bolas off the top. Well, Milieu. Burvac. Pass the turn. Opponent exiles our graveyard. The Alpha's Nightmare was like a 10 for 1. Oh, I'm guessing that the Cardboard Live maybe is not updated for historic anthologies. That would be my guess. I now have good evidence that the reason people have curled foils from Commander Legends is the paper was too moist when it bonded with the foil. Wait, how do you get evidence of that, Taunos? That's interesting. Well, milieu. Go to combat. Attack. Unfortunately, our opponent definitely has into the story, or very likely has into the story. And we have not drawn any card draw, or it all got wrecked by our opponent. Brazen Borrower. Oh, kill Nakobolas. Burvac bounced. Opponent adapts. We need card draw. I have a set of flat foils that I open. They stayed flat. Crim. Crim. Well, alright. Ruin Crab. Go. Oh, maybe this deck's not good against Bolus Tribal. I have a set of flat foils I opened. They stayed flat in my house. I took half of them and put them in a desiccant overnight to dry them. Interesting. It's a good science experiment. Booted. Runs out of Valky. Yeah. Well, we're just dying in a Kobolas. Milieu. Yeah. Kill Valky. Oh, that was tough. That 4 or 5 for 1 with the Elspeth Nightmare put us so far. Oh my god, opponent kills it. So that means they also have Release to the Wind again? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, this one's probably over. Opponent, land, and goes to combat. Attacks. Down to 8, and yeah. No card draw this game. Not a single little taste. Release to the Wind, sure. Opponent does not like the crabs. Yeah, whenever I see someone janking around with the Kobolas, Crim is always the person I think of. Because that's essentially like every deck Crim plays. Every deck is some... Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but pretty much every deck. Heligrove for the 26th month. Hey, Seth, would love to see Rough Drafts make a return on YouTube. Making it rotate with me murdering Budget Magic Goat Magic would make a once-in-a-month thing great for a limited player like me. That is a good idea. Perhaps that will happen. Snow Crab is pretty awful. I don't think it's... I mean, we are playing the kind of the lower tier of Historic Anthology cards. I don't think it's great, but is it awful? I don't know if I'd say it's awful. Are you a 80s or a 90s kind? I'm not sure what that means. Oh, boy. All right. Well, opponent's off to a fast start here. We got to hope that they do not have a payoff. Something like Tempered Steel and we're ultra dead. A real... Elsmule. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Yeah, super hardcore aggro is probably... Well, okay. At least we got rid of that. Hardcore aggro is probably our worst matchup. I think by a pretty wide margin. Yeah, it's all Crim. All Crim all the time from the opponent's side. Scrap Heap Scrounger. Opponent Mills goes attacking. Well, Snow-Covered Swamp. Milieu for 2. Oh, this is going to be tough. This is going to be real tough. Teferi's Tutelage. Opponent's just off to such a fast start. Discard the Shimmer Vial. Milieu for 2 past the turn. Opponent. Jeez, well... 2 lands and every 0 drop. So the thing about Affinity deck, which I think can be fairly powerful, the thing is, if you don't draw a payoff, your deck is hilariously ineffective. But in this case, our opponent Had the Overseer and we couldn't kill it. And that looks like that's going to be enough. Well, Amelia. Oh, so this is just like our Tempered Steel deck. Alright. This is essentially just our Tempered Steel deck. Well, Amelia, Bunch, Scoop. It's definitely looks like Affinity to me. Well, okay. That was a good Affinity start. Yeah, I don't know if we ever beat a deck like that. We can bring in some Wraths. I guess maybe Essence Scatters. Ugh. Still don't feel super good about it. We'll see. The Scrounger is great for them here. Yeah, I mean, Scrounger's fine. Gets blocked by crabs. I think our opponent, it's all about the payoffs. Like, when it comes down to it, it's just purely about, do they have the payoffs? We will see. Midnight Clock. Yeah, but we're not really ramping into anything. They had Blink Moth in there. I'm pretty sure we milled a Blink Moth. I mean, Blink Moth it's definitely a good creature land. It's mostly, though, it's all about having like Tempered Steel or Steel Overseer. You gotta have something like that, or else you're just playing a bunch of Ornithopters, and a bunch of Ornithopters isn't especially scary in Historic. On the other hand, if you do have those things, it can be very good. Well, that sounds nice. At least we have some removal now. Hopefully we keep hitting lands, but... There's Blink Moth. Well, opponent, Ginger Brute. Sure. Goes attacking. Well, we'll crack. Snow-covered swamp. Land. Land. Well, Opt can find us a land. Yeah, let's just pass. Pass the turn. Have I ever tried CDH outside of Commander Clash? I don't believe so. Alright, there's a Steel Overseer that we must kill. That's not a land. Well, that's a 7-drop. Well, that is also not a land. Oh boy. Well, ooh, this is how we lose if we don't draw a land. Would I ever? I mean, maybe. If the opportunity presented itself. Jeez. Yikes. Yikes. Well, how would I play? Yeah, I mean, we're just, no lands, no win. Oh, all right, we gotta get one more will. We gotta get one more mill win with the crabs, and then we'll try something else. Maybe we'll try spiders. What's better, spiders or crabs? I mean, maybe CDH. The question would be, where would I do it? Like, where would I randomly play a game of CDH is, I think, the question. So, I'm not opposed to it, but it's not like there's a CDH league that you can play on Moto or something. Oh, I played so many Commander games at GP Vegas. I wonder if there's any chance we have GP Vegas this year. It seems possible. I think with how things are heading, it's not 100% impossible. I hope if they do one GP, it's GP Vegas. Like, that would be so sweet. Like, that would be the kickoff. Like, maybe they do it in September or something, the end of August. That's normally around when they do it anyway. Maybe they do it. That's the return of paper magic. Could you imagine how hyped the first tournament back would be if it was GP Vegas and no one having been able to play Magic for such a long time because of the pandemic. Hey, what's up, Dogamith? How are you? Booted. Yeah, I think they said GPs were canceled for the year, but then also the Hasbro CEO said some stuff about hopefully having Paper Magic back towards the end of the year. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, but it doesn't seem completely impossible. Maybe, so I'm starting to think that Cancer Eggs is just actually not worth it. It makes us play bad mana. It dies to everything. It mills less than a real crab. Maybe Cancer X is just not a real Magic card. Opponent has a Death Shadow. Well, okay. Boom. On to the next. That was fun. Oh, this might be the worst deck we've ever played. I mean, not ever, but the worst deck we've played in a while, and we played some doozies. Yeah, this I don't know about the grab plan. Well, now we learned. We learned that Cancer X is not a great Magic the Gathering card. Even in Historic, a format that is relatively powered down. Alright, run it like that. Did you read the MTG Rocks article about 5 cards they'd like to see in Historic? I did not. I've actually never heard of MTG Rocks. What cards would they like to see in Historic? I feel like you would need more snow things to make Cancer worse better. Yeah, I can see that argument. Although I guess the kind of the issue is there's not many good snow things in Historic. That's why they got to start putting like Modern Horizons into Arena, into Historic. Then we're in business. Yeah, mill decks can be very hit or miss. I think the most successful mill decks I've played are ones that don't play creatures or play very few creatures. Like the Teferi's Tutelage, all the card draw decks, those mill decks can be very effective. All the creature mill decks are sometimes a smidge sketchy because then your creatures die and then you don't do anything. Kind of like modern. Like maybe I don't know. Maybe we need more mill stuff. Dire Tactics. Okay. I mean, I guess we let that go. Counter the Death Shadow. Cards we'd like to see in Historic. Okay, Siege Rhino. I mean, I would like Siege Rhino. Siege Rhino's sweet. Stoneforge Mystic. I don't feel like there's enough good equipment for Stoneforge to really be exciting to me. Scred, sure, whatever. That would be fine. Opponent going to try to reanimate Death Shadow. Well, we will counter. Opponent. Selfless Savior, sure. I'll play Cancer Eggs. Veil on blue. Milieu. Bloodchief's Thirst on Selfless Savior. Pass the turn. Yeah, those seem like fine options. I want to see. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. Battle of Wits would be amazing. Opponent. Could have drawn Death Shadows, apparently. Another one. Well, into the story. Into the story, draw some cards. Not very helpful cards. I'll play this, crack this. 37 cards in the deck. Ugh. I mean, Death Shadow is big. It is a clock. Milieu. Useless lands. Pass the turn. No attacks. 34 cards. That's still a lot. Yeah, Battleouts, Heartless summoning, I think would be really fun. I mean, Siege Rhino would be cool. I don't even know if Siege Rhino would be playable, honestly, but it would be cool. I like Siege Rhino. Siege Rhino just disappoints me now. Like, it used to be so sweet, but now it just now it's just a reminder of when Magic used to be able to take advantage of cards like that. Well, Fabled Passage. Crag Fabled Passage. Milieu. Oh, we gotta answer the Death Shadow. We gotta find more mill. We don't have a Teferi's tutelage going. Swamp. Milia. Well, 2 Death Shadows. Okay. Pass the turn. No attacks. About it. Alright. Well, kill that Shadow. Yeah. They kill the crab. That Shadow's down. About it. Ranger of Eos. Awkward. What are they tutoring up, though? Oh, opponent's down to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we can just win with Faceless Haven. Well, not the mill kill, but we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. A win's a win. Opponent, 2 Knight of the Even Legions. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Blood Chief's Thirst. Kick it. Land. And about it. Done, done, done. Not milled, but done. This is kind of a scary deck. Death Shadow just gets so big. Is there any way to punish them? We don't have any, I guess Faceless Haven, but we don't really have a way to punish our opponent for getting low on life. Hey, welcome, Razia. Good to see ya. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have you. Yeah, our deck is not good for punishing punishing opponents for going low on life at all. Not a mill win doesn't count. Oh, when you're playing 8 crabs, you take them however you can get them. Elf with the gift sub to Razia. Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big sub here for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, being able to reanimate them is pretty nice for our opponents. So what do you want out of Strixhaven? What are you hoping for? Maybe an easier question, because it's really ridiculously hard to predict what's going to be in a new set. I don't think we can bring in Leyline. I don't think we can bring in Leyline just to shut off the chances that they have that reanimation spell. I think we just got to kill or counter it. Is there anything in specific that you want from the Mystical Archives? Like, what would be the sweetest reprint? That we could get there. I mean, more Elder Dragons is sweet. I assume that they're going to... Ugh. This is a hand that I think leads to us dying. Alright, well, this hand doesn't lead to us dying, so... Ooh, Imperial Seal would be a spicy reprint. About it. Untap land, Knight of the Even Legion. Well, kill the Knight of the Even Legion. Pass the turn. No ban-worthy cards. Good luck with that one. Thought seizes. Takes the removal. Not afraid of the crab. Not afraid of the crab. Shocks themselves. Well, land, crabs. Go. I assume we get another Praetor. I don't think the ones that have been leaked, quote unquote, are actually real. But I would not be surprised if we got the next Praetor. Footfall Crater. Well, crab. Mill. A bunch. If we mill our opponent into Death Shadows, and they have the reanimation spell in hand, that would be awkward. Well, pass the turn. Does this mean you're killing us? Is that what that means? Oh my goodness, they do have it. Oh, okay, they don't have it, maybe. Opponent passes. Boom, Ice Tunnel. Milia. Yes, get those Death Shadows. Oh, there's another one. Pass the turn. No attacks. We're holding on. We're going to mill him out. Joey Cads, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super tier for you. Thank you. It does feel a little Harry Potter-esque, doesn't it? I mean, it feels like what I would expect Harry Potter to be like. Considering I've never actually watched or read Harry Potter. But, discounting that, whoa, gift sub again. Shradana handing out 5 gift subs. Thank you so much, Shadrana. To Charlie Destrike, Powag, Masa Pug, Daggerhawks, and Electrics. Welcome y'all to the Fishbowl. And thank you again, Shadrana. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Thought seizes. Takes our removal. Oh, we're like one card draw spell away. One card draw spell away from being happy. Come on, deck. Card draw spell. Well, okay. I guess we'll keep crabbing. I mean, mill 5 a turn will get there eventually, I guess. Mill you. Pass the turn. Still would prefer card draw, but that's fine. That's fine about it. Imagine if crabs had power. How can they not hurt the opponent even though they have claws? I don't get it. Opponent finds a Death Shadow. Haste the Death Shadow. Hits us. No blocks. Yeah. Ooh, Drowning Lock's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that is unnecessary. It's big, but it only costs 1 mana. I don't know why I was going to kick that Blood Chief's Thirst. We will just kill it for 1 mana. I think that probably makes more sense. Oh, hey, thank you, Quirion Ranger. I appreciate the kind words about it. Well, we probably don't want that to happen. Card draw. Sort of. But not really. Oh! We would have liked that frantic inventory a lot. Pass the turn. 23 cards. Can we close it out? Or will our opponent's emotes rule the day? We have not milled any reanimation spells, which makes me nervous. Oh, they drew it. If they can reanimate and haste, we're like 2 shots away from dying. North Korea, Best Korea, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Opponent. Crab should have haste. Like a sorcery speed counter spell. I don't know what our opponent's doing, honestly. I feel like they have the reanimation spell, and maybe they're looking through this huge pile. Oh. Ugh. Well, Cancer X Milia. Oh, claim to fame. 18 cards. Oh, we have a hit card draw. Philberto, welcome to the Fishbowl. And Tiki Man, welcome. Oh no, big super cheer for you too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good golly. Okay. Oh, they drew the reanimation 2 in a row. Huh. Opponent. Does Krim still stream MTG? Haven't seen him play much lately. Krim always streams like in the middle of night my time, so I don't actually get to, jeez. I don't actually get to catch the stream very often. Wow. Well, punish for milling our opponent, and now I'm not seeing a way that we can win. Ruin. Shh. I don't know about emotes. Dog on Myth, welcome. We're going to give it one more shot, and then we're going to give up on this deck and just decide that while Mill is good, Iceberg Cancer Rigs. Ugh. So bad. So bad. Dog on Myth handing out gift subs too. I mean, that was close-ish. To War Machine, Hadranulu, and Say My Name. Welcome you all to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Yeah, Krim's computer did explode. So I know he was without a computer for at least a couple days. I don't know what happened. What's the best historic mill deck, in your opinion? One that does not have Iceberg Cancer X. That much I'm clear on. Beyond that, I don't think there's any real ones. Is your spider spawning deck running MDFC creatures? It is not currently. Alright, well, we'll try it. Good old Tapland Snowy Mana Base. Oh no, is this control again? Oh no. Apparently it's Death Shadow again. Well, in that case, good game. I mean, the best historic build deck, quote unquote, if you consider it, is probably Rogues, honestly. About it. Berserker, sure. Well, Ruin Crab. Bad dual land. Milieu. Okay, so this is another version of Death Shadow. Yeah, this deck just might not have the ability to keep up with oh god. Alright. Well, that's never gonna die. Opponent goes attacking. Might not have the power to keep up with historic decks. It's just such a slow milling like, yeah, I don't know. Well, good try, Crabs. You should play the Emmet Eternal deck. Oh, the Demon deck? That deck probably is less likely to win than the Crab deck. If that's something you care about. Oh... About it. Goes attacking. I mean, I guess we block. About it. Pumps. Sure. Down to 12. Loots. Discards a land. Gets milled. Well, play a land. Milieu. Is there any way out? Opponent has 38 cards, so we basically have to win the game this turn. Well, okay, pass the turn. So we have 2 turns to essentially win the game, I think. That's going to be tricky. I think the bad tap land should just be an island. Maybe. But being able to cast the removal is pretty important. Really? Well, those are 4 lands that we don't have to draw in future turns. So I guess we'll take that as a win in some very not winny way. 29. Yeah, there's just ain't no way. Grows the Dorks. We managed to draw land number 5. How many lands in a row are there? Well, Opt. End of the story. We do like it, but we're dying. Milieu. Can we even chump block to stay alive? Cancer eggs. Maybe the Faceless Havens aren't worth it. Snow-covered island. Milieu. Huh, apparently everyone's playing Death Shadow. Well, pass the turn. So in theory we can chump, but how are we going to mill 22 cards in a turn? That seems very challenging. Or our opponent can Ultimate Royal Scions and we lose. Yeah. And opponent, gotta get that good game in there. I appreciate it. Well, almost new deck time. I have given up on the crabs. We have determined that they are really bad. Well, I wouldn't say that Mill is bad. I would say that Iceberg Cancerix is bad. I think that there could be a good Mill deck, but it does not involve Historic Anthology 4. Cancerix is just doesn't mill enough, which is weird. I'm not sure. I guess that Wizards must have costed it in a way where they're like, oh, you're probably playing multiple snow permanents in a turn, but I don't think it's worth it. Like, it's normally milling 2 in our deck, and there's not really any way around that. Hey, Seth, I love your stream, but I have a bit of advice. Your picture is too big, and the chat on the left takes up a lot of space. Can't see a lot of your screen. Ooh, I mean, you should be able to see through the chat, because it's transparent. That's the idea anyway. But, I can always make myself smaller. Alright, well, we got removal at least. Probably going to try spider spawning, I think. See if we can spider spawning. We could also try building snow, which people mentioned earlier in the stream, but I'm not sure that there's a functional snow deck in Historic. Night of the Aben Legion. Well, Ruin Crab. Shimmervale on black. Haha! Milieu. Hopefully you needed those lands, opponent. Come on, Crab. Yeah, we might try spider spawning. I mean, spiders can't be less effective than crabs, I'm pretty sure. Dragonskin Berserker again. Well, Ruin Crab. This is the kind of crab, I mean, this is just like standard crabs, but this is the kind of crab start that could actually work. Crack this. I mean, this is a lot of cards being milled. Snow-covered island. Milieu. Can you imagine if we draw another fetch land and have Burvac next turn? Dragonskin Berserker. Not today. Pass the turn. Oh, opponent's down to 35 cards. It's all coming up crabs. Bounce around the screen like an old Windows screensaver. I think that can be arranged. You gotta wait for it to hit the corner. Isn't that? Does it ever hit the corner? That's the is it gonna do it? Is it gonna do it? Oh, so close. So close. Almost. I was enthralled and focusing very hard. Oh my god, we did draw the fetch land. Burvac. Fabled Passage. Oh my god. The mill is on. Yes. Oh! Oh, crabs! Crabs, crabs, crabs! It didn't hit the corner. It didn't hit the corner. Maybe... maybe I'll do that one stream. I will not actually play Magic. I'll just move myself around the screen for like 3 hours. And see if anyone watches. Oh... Just bouncing, not just chatting, just bouncing around the screen. Pay no mind if you want to watch. You're welcome to. If not, that's fine. Oh. Yeah, the secret was not drawing cancer eggs. CK Nugs, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, script would be kind of hilarious. If you could, if there was a script that could do it, I would actually. Well, let's see if two cancer eggs can also be good. If there was a script that it could actually do it, I would consider just letting the stream run like all the time, 24/7, for like a week, and just have that be the stream and see if anyone watches it. Just bouncing, my face bouncing around, nothing else happening. I am the only one who is honestly terrified about how they're going to implement Strixhaven's archive, or am I the only one terrified about how they're going to implement Strixhaven's archive cards? I'm fearing the amount of wild cards we are going to need for Historic. So, Historic is certainly super expensive. Oh boy, this mana. Cancer X. Well, alright. Save us, Bad Crab, Snow Crab. I'm actually not super concerned about it because, and this is gonna sound horrible, I basically just given up on Historic being cheap. Like, yes, it's probably going to increase the cost of Historic, kind of like Jumpstart or something like that. But I've essentially just given up hope on Historic being accessible, and in a broader sense on Arena being accessible. Like, Wizards doesn't want it to be accessible apparently because they keep continually doing things to make it harder and harder for people to play. So, and you got to remember how Arena started. I'm gonna write. I don't know if you ever read, like a few years ago, I wrote this article about the complete history of Magic Online, which I thought was actually pretty hilarious, and it took a lot of research. I spent a lot of time digging around and researching it, but it was also like a little bit trolly. Wait, so how does this work? So if I block this, is this gonna become a 4/4 and kill my crab because of the knight hitting me? That's not going to happen, is it? Death Shadow math is always wonky. But I might have to do one of those for Arena, because if you remember back when Arena started, Wizards, first, they tried to get rid of best of 3 altogether. Like, I don't think Wizards intended to have best of 3 on Arena, period. I don't know if you remember the time where Wizards literally tried to remove best of 3. Not just hide it like they do now, but literally remove it from the client so it would not exist. And it was only because of the community freaking out that they relented and put it back. So Wizards didn't want to have best of 3. When they first added Historic was... play a crab. When they first added Historic, they were going to charge double the wild cards. Double! You think Historic is expensive now? Wizards' original plan was 2 wild cards. If you wanted a copy of, I don't know, Iceberg Cancerix, 2 wild cards instead of 1. If you wanted a mythic, 2 mythic wild cards instead of 1. That was Wizards' original plan for the format. And then we had to freak out about that for Wizards to reverse that equally player unfriendly plan. So yes. I don't have a whole lot of faith that Wizards wants Arena to be accessible or cheap or whatever. I think, on one hand, they do. They want it to be free to play. Oh, dear. They want it to be free to play so anyone can, play their random casual new player deck. But if you want to actually play competitively and have everything, they want it to be incredibly expensive. That's my personal opinion. So I think that's the plan. 95% of players can play for free and just kind of mess around and have fun, but then the 5% or whatever number it is that actually want to play everything, they are going to pay, and they're going to pay a lot. Yeah, we're super dead. Well, that's enough crabs. We're going to try some spiders. Do you think that Modern will ever be on Arena? Wizards has never said Modern's going to be on Arena, but I think it's possible that it will be. Yeah, we're super duper dead. Yeah, let's try some spiders. So what do we learn about crabs? As far as the crab deck, Cancerix is just bad. It's just straight up bad. So what do we learn about this deck? And I think there could still be a decent mill deck. I think the problem is Iceberg Cancerix makes us. It does multiple things. So we play Iceberg Cancerix. Problem number 1 with Iceberg Cancerix is it only mills for 2. And that's just not very powerful when other crabs mill for 3. So that's one. The other thing is, to make Iceberg Cancerix kind of work, we need to play all snowlands, or else it doesn't mill at all. And that means we're playing Shimmer Veils and Ice Tunnels, and our mana's really bad. So I think that probably the way to build this deck would be to cut Cancerix, one of the duds, I think, from Historic Anthology. Get rid of Cancerix. You can play probably Maddening Cacophony, I would say, since it combos with Burvac. Even if you just did that, and then you took this mana base and took out all the horrible cards and played Watery Graves, Clearwater Pathway, Drown Catacombs, Fabled Passage, Island, Swamp. I think this just by itself would make the deck much better. Maybe, is it worth playing Evolving Wilds just for the Ruined Crab? I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if there's any other. There's not. We're a good mill card short, I think, from the deck actually being pretty competitive. It kind of falls apart. Maddening Cacophony's good. I guess the other possibility is it should be a Drowned Secrets deck. Maybe we're Drowned Secrets thing. Maybe we're going down the Blood Chief's Thirst and going down a Psychic Corrosion. Or maybe we go down both and leave one Blood Chief's Thirst in the main. Maybe something like this. I think if I was going to try to play competitive mill, it would probably be this. Make it a Yarlock deck. Yarlock? I don't think Yarlock exists on Arena. But anyway, enough about crabs. Add the 2 good rogues. I don't want to be rogues. Bleh. Bleh. Standard has ruined rogues for me for the time being. So let's try to make some spiders. Let's see if making spiders can be a successful plan. I guess I should export this deck list. So one of the other janky cards that is actually a really sweet card, but probably not a super competitive one, but we're gonna find out. From Historic Anthology 4 is Spider Spawning. And if you're not familiar with Spider Spawning, it is actually one of my favorite cards for one big reason. Spider Spawning. Here's the deck list, by the way, which we might update. If you have suggestions, let me know. We can update it. So the thing Yeah, that is why I love spider spawning. The thing about spider spawning, Innistrad came out. It was a set that was kind of mind blowing in its time. Like, Innistrad era was maybe like the peak of Magic's like revival. Like that time was so awesome. People loved Innistrad. The relationship with Wizards and the community was good. And Innistrad had one of, if not the most beloved limited format of all time. Like if you ask people the best limited format of all time, many people will name Innistrad or at least put it in its top 3, especially before the last couple years where we've had some other good ones. But it's known as one of the best limited sets, and part of what made it so sweet was spider spawning. When the draft first came out, no one figured out there was a spider spawning deck, and it was like a last pick. So it went on like that for a couple of weeks, and all of a sudden you started to hear, I don't know who it was, maybe it's Alice V or some like of the pro level drafters apparently figured it out that no one's drafting the spider spawning card, and the cards that you wanted to make spider spawning work were also all these janky self mill cards that no one was picking, so you could get all the best cards for a spider spawning deck with like the last picks in your packs. And then everyone started drafting this deck, and someone made a video about it, and then it became a known thing, and next thing you know, people are first picking spider spawning rather than last picking spider spawning. So spider spawning is kind of infamous card. This deck is designed to take advantage of its power as much as we can. So the idea is we have a ton of self mills: Stitcher Supplier, Mills, Meyer, Triton, Glowspore, Skull Prophet, Mills, Acolyte, Mills, Cavalier, Mills. So we just want to fill our graveyard and then cast spider spawning. We can even mill over spider spawning and make a 1/2 spider with reach for each creature in our graveyard. So that's the plan of the deck. Make a bunch of spiders, fill our graveyard, hopefully win that way. Not sure about this Cauldron of Eternity. Might want another Lord of Extinction. Lord of Extinction, actually seems pretty sweet with the self-mill plan, so let's try it. Let's see if spider spawning... the bad news is spider spawning never worked in Constructed. Spider spawning was never even good in Standard Constructed. Would cheaping... Ooh, a Zoni. Maybe a Zoni actually sounds like a sweet one of. Maybe a Zoni is just better spider spawning. Is a Zoni just better spider spawning? And that is the problem with our entire idea. A Zoni, it doesn't make spiders though, it makes insects. Yeah, we can play one of those. Why not? Alright, boom. Spider away, spider away. Is this deck gonna be good enough for Historic? Go more with Egon. Yeah, we could go more Egon heavy. Ooh, this week's Muncher Brew is gonna be sweet. Modern has been in a pretty sweet place lately. I have been enjoying Modern quite a bit. Ooh, all right, fill the graveyard, spawn some spiders. It's gonna be terrible. Hey now, I don't know about terrible. Is it gonna be broken? Maybe not, but terrible. It's spider spawning. How bad could it be? Planes. Okay. Oh, not the life gain deck. At least our spiders can block our opponent's big flyers. All right, it's the life gain deck. Well, land in. Skull Prophet. Go. Pass the turn. Gotta get those creatures in the graveyard. Come on. How big of a spider spawning can we cast? And does a big spider spawning even win the game? Maybe not. It is 2021, not 2011 or 2013, whenever Innistrad came out. Oh, we switched. I should update the stream name, too. This is the Moor. This is spider spawning. Bishop of Wings. Yeah. Opponent passes. A land is good. So land on black. Stitcher Supplier. Mill. Ooh, 2 creatures. Okay. Skull Prophet. I mean, look out, but technically we can start spidering next turn. It's not very full, but we might be able to do it. Crabs and spiders are basically the same thing. Oh, God. Righteous Valkyrie gains a bunch of life. hand. Opponent passes. Well, mill ourselves. Draw the blue Kratos. Well, we definitely need to kill Righteous Valkyrie. Actually, yeah, that's fine. I was wondering if we should do it during our opponent's turn, but get rid of it. Pass the turn. Keep self-milling. We need more creatures in the graveyard. Opponent. I mean... yeah. Okay. That is very awkward. Opponent appears to be very good at drawing Righteous Valkyries. Well, mill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, do we just make 6 for now? What else are we going to do? How else are we going to not die to Righteous Valkyrie? I would like more, but, well, alright. Spider spawning. 6 spiders, pass the turn. Opponent gains a ton of life. I feel like this is one of those decks, whenever I play against this deck, they always have multiple Righteous Valkyries and multiple Cocos. That's how it feels. I'm sure they actually don't, but it feels like they always have it with this deck. Their deck is a lot worse when they don't have Righteous Valkyrie. If they have Declaration in Stone, I'm going to cry. Yeah, Reach is pretty relevant at the moment. I mean, Tron really actually does always have it. Like, that's not even a bias. They actually do have turn 3 Tron a huge percentage of the time. But I do think that with... well, that's going to be a problem. I'll draw land. What can we do? Blue Chronos, I guess. Ugh. Mire Triton. Mill 2 lands, pass the turn. Wall of Chaos! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for our new subscriber. Opponent. Well, at least they didn't go after our spiders. Opponent. Yeah, I mean, Crater Huff and Reanimation could be reasonable. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everything in front of the dork. I don't know if we're making any progress, though. Like, I'm not sure what we're playing towards. We got to be able to kill this Valkyrie, but I don't think we're ever going to kill the Valkyrie. We got to be able to kill Resplendent Angel. Like... like, this isn't even all that helpful anymore. It's just, like, so incredibly late. If we had drawn removal, like, several turns ago, it would have given us a shot, but at this point, I think it's just too little too late. Opponent. Land. Soul Warden. You think it's actually winnable? I would be shocked. Speaker of the... I mean, our opponent's just making 2 4/4 flyers every turn. 2 4/4 flyers a turn. Beats our spiders. Yeah. Down to 8. Well, mill. 2 lands. Mill. So we got 0 extra creatures. Well, play this. Mill. Mill. Wow, we are not good at milling creatures, are we? Spider spotting. We milled like 10 more cards and 0 creatures, and our opponent gains up to over 100 life. The problem is there's just no way we're going to kill our opponent before we mill out. Like, even if we live somehow. The bottom of our deck has to be 100% creatures. Booted. Draws an angel. Well, I mean, I think normally like 40 spiders would be enough. With or without hoof. I think just like making 40 spiders would win us the game. But with our opponent gaining hundreds of life, it's not going to be enough this game. I'll kill a couple angels for now. Lose a bunch of spiders. But I mean, hoof could be, it could be fine. I mean, hoof could be good. Have to go into additional colors. Like, we just can't beat the setup, though. Like, we can't beat what's happening there. Mill. How many cards are in our graveyard? It's a really high number. I am, like, literally shocked that we cannot mill creatures. Well, sure. 7 more spiders. 100 more life. Well, pass the turn. Opponent. Angels. 200 life. The deck is playing 29 creatures. 29 creatures, 2 Bloodchief's Thirst, 4 Spider Spawnings, 1 Cauldron of Eternity. So I feel like we've run pretty... Yeah, I mean, this is a ridiculously poor matchup either way. And this has to be like a lot of creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so this is like almost everything is a creature. It has to be very close to 100%. Unfortunately, this just isn't getting us anywhere. Like, our spiders are keeping us alive, but they're not getting us anywhere near winning. So, kill some random angels. For no real value. Opponent gains a few hundred life. Makes an angel, gains a few hundred life. We draw a Llanowar Elves. Well, mill. Hey, it's a creature. Alright, we're just going to go to the next one. This isn't going anywhere. This isn't going anywhere. So, Languish in. Assassin's Trophy in. Go down Cauldron of Eternity. Go down... Man, we gotta just go Llanowars. Like... But now we're going down more creatures. That's one of the hard parts, is you need non-creatures, but you also need almost all creatures, or spider spawning just doesn't really do much. Well, alright, try it like that. Languish, not so good. I mean, Languish is pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, we got Mire Triton. Mire Triton is there. Massacre Girl could be fine. That could be a good option. At least it. We do have some X ones to kill it. I could see Massacre Girl being worth it. It could be worth. It could be worth trying to go into Abzan. All right, so opponent, London Mulligans into the nuts, I'm sure. Opponent. Soul Warden. Well, at least we're milling creatures this time. Play the tap land, go attacking. Opponent down to 20. I mean, we can try to make some changes to it, sure. I'll play the land, go to combat, attack you. Hit ya. So the awkward part about Egon is we don't necessarily want to be exiling that graveyard. I think we go Throne of Death. Mire Triton. Pass the turn. What do you think about Arena allowing you to play against Sparky with Theory decks you've built that you don't have the wild cards for at the moment? Oh, Throne of Death. No, go to combat, attack. Opponent takes it. I'll pass the turn. I mean, that would be interesting. I don't know if Wizards would go for it. Like, I'm not sure that they want you to be able to play without paying money. All right, so opponent appears to have a collected company. Well, mill a card. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent takes it. I'll play Pelucranos. Opponent gains a life. Tap land. Well, let's see if the Coco is lethal. Pretty bad. Yeah. So opponent gains a bunch of life. Could have really used that Languish. That would have been helpful. Yeah, maybe with some amount of limits, Wizards would go for it. Opponent plays a land. Righteous Valkyrie. Of course. There's always a Righteous Valkyrie. There's never not a Righteous Valkyrie off the top. Opponent goes attacking. Goes attacking. Does not go attacking. Sure. Down to 10. Opponent. Another angel. 1,000 life. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, they got us. Fight the Valkyrie. Yeah. I don't think there's any way we ever beat this deck, honestly. Yeah, I mean, sure. On to the next one. I mean, I like the idea of being able to test decks you don't own. I think that is a fun idea. Yeah, you gotta have a lot of removal. Like the Angel deck, it scoops to control, but if you're playing a creature deck, you're not gonna beat it. Hey, what's up, Jaguar? Trying to make some spiders indeed. Yeah, so I think that's just not a very good matchup for our deck. Let's do another game, and then we can try to make a couple changes if you want to. I mean, we played one game against a almost unwinnable matchup, so I don't think we learned a whole lot from not being able to beat a deck that we're never going to beat. Booted. Land and Glowspore Shaman. How much do you think that power creep has made it more difficult to play fun decks? That's something I've been wondering about. How much of oh dear. Oh. Well, no Curious Obsession. I guess that's a win of sorts. Play this on black. Go to combat. Attack, yeah. Oh, boot it. Down to 17. And counterspell 1. Bona goes attacking. I'll play the land. Go to combat. Attack. Hit ya. Throne of Death. I mean, if we can resolve this Lord of Extinction, it is just going to stomp over our opponent. But they're not making land drops, and they're not playing creatures, so their hand is probably 6 counter spells. Opponent goes combat attacks. Well, land on green. Go to combat. Attack ya. Spectral Sailor. Blocks. Well, Lord of Extinction. Oh, okay. Oh no, is this Brazen Borrower? What? Stern Dismissal? Okay. I'll play the land. Lord of Extinction. Opponent Ops tried to desperately find a counterspell to the bottom. Hey, what's up, Kithril? How are you? Lord of Extinction again. Here we go, opponent. No. Okay, Stern Dismissal. Opponent combat attacks. Hits us. If we can ever resolve spider spawning, we do win. Pelucranos. Opponent draws a card. Cauldron of Eternity. Okay. Well, I like where we're at now. I like where we're at. Opponent's being stern with us, but it's not going to be enough. I don't think that Cardboard Live has updated for Historic Anthology yet. Because it's not showing any of the new cards. Storm Tamer. Hits us. About it. Foretells. Well. Play a land. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent blocks. Thank you, opponent. I'll fight a... No. Fight Spectral Sailor. Cauldron. Glowspore Shaman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A decline. All right, I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, I mean, Stern Dismissal, I guess, makes some amount of sense, especially if you're worried about Solemnity. Probably better than the other bounce spell options. I'm going to combat attack ya. Lord of Extinction's a 60. Why have we not tried a Lord of Extinction Fling deck yet? Lord of Extinction Fling seems like it could work. I mean, I don't think it would be like great, but it seems functional. It seems like it could win some games. Opponent down to 7. Yeah, Lord of Extinction. What do you say about that, opponent? Are we seeing it coming? Oh, land. Egon. Alright, well, I guess kill us if you can, opponent. That's a big board. That's a big board. We are coming for you. Brazen Borrower on Lord of Extinction. Untaps. Opponent. Our opponent's fighting to the bitterest of ends. Looking for more Stern Dismissals, presumably. Exile some lands. Draw some lands. Fight the Storm Tamer. Go attacking. You got Stern Dismissal, opponent? More Brazen Borrowers. Opponent really wants to live for some reason. Opponent. Well, Lord of Extinction. Land. Throne of Death. Go. 1 life. 1 single point of life. Spell pierces, adapts, and finally dies. Ooh, Spider Spawning Mystic Reflection does sound funny. That does sound like it could be very funny. Alright, so. Thought Seizes. Duresses. Go down Cauldron. Go down Azoni. Oh, it's just so hard to find room. Go down Llanowar Elves. Because we want, like, as much removal and discard as possible. Go down Llanowar Elves. Go down Glowspore. 20... How many creatures? 22? Yeah, maybe we got on 1 spider spawning then. Let's try that. It's not a crime to have 62 cards in your deck. Definitely not a crime. Also, normally not recommended. In Texas it is. Well, Thoughtseizio. Opponent, Spectral Sailor. I'll take Lofty Denial. Pass the turn. Opponent. Aether Gust is a bit concerning. 62 doesn't change the percentages enough. I mean, I don't know. But then 63 doesn't change it much from 62. Or 64 from 63. So couldn't you just use that logic until you had a 10,000 card deck? like, I don't know. That's what it seems like to me. You could always be like, well, 1 more doesn't really change the math much. And then next thing you know, you have a Battle of Wits deck. Let's see. Duress you. Runs out the Spectral Sailor. He'll take the Ether Gust. Land and Throne of Death. That's a lot of 1/1s. That's a lot of 1/1s. Hey, what's up, Zach? How's life? Down to 15. About it. Language would be sweet. Nice. Job stuff still been going well? Oh, playing land. Blood Chief's Thirst. A Spectral Sailor. Skull Prophet. We gotta find that. We gotta find mana, and we gotta find a spider spawning. That's what it's all about. That is what it is all about. About it. The other thing is maybe we want more mana dorks. Because 7 mana flashback is a lot. That is a high number. Stitcher Supplier. Mill some cards. Oh, there's a spider spawning. Still need a decent amount more mana, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 2 more mana. Alright, no attacks. Pass the turn. About it. Untaps. I guess we only have 1 creature anyway. Opponent combat. We're actually probably going to exile our 1 creature to draw a card. Why are they not... They must have a counter. They got to have a counter. I was wondering why they weren't casting their 1-drop, but, well. Alright. 0 creatures for spider spawning. Draw a card. Mill a card. Land. Glowspore Shaman. Does that bait out a counter? Alright. Well, I guess that means the clock is speeding up. Hit ya. Down to 16 past the turn. Oh, good, Jolly Man. Oh, opponent hits the land. Goes to combat. Hits us for 2. Storm Tamer. Draw a card. I don't know about this Throne of Death, exiling creatures from our graveyard. It seems to be making our spider spawning much, much worse. Oh, and milling our languishes. Oh, go to combat, attack. About it. Takes 1. Oh, we need a spider spawning, but there's so many counters. Well, we gotta try it. Oh, if we could resolve the spider spawning, there's a chance. There's a chance. But we need creatures in the graveyard, which we have literally 0 of. 0 creatures! About it. You need Belagad Recovery. Yeah, I could see playing a copy. Although, still not a creature. About it. Well, alright. Mill. Not creatures. Mill. Also not creatures. Draw a creature. Well, mill. Not creature. I feel cursed. I feel like we're literally cursed. Oh, I mean, it's a tap land, but as a one-of, it's probably fine. How can we not mill creatures? How is that possible? And now our opponent's drawing all kinds of... Hey, not a creature. Also not a creature. I mean, our opponent probably has counters. Whoa, it's a creature. Are we going to pay 7 mana to make a 1/1? Yeah. I guess that's where we're at. Boom. Best spider spawning ever. Opponent ops. To the bottom. Yeah, got him. Got him. That is the power of spider spawning. Silvos, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, the main deck has 29. You can't really go a whole lot more creature heavy than the main deck is. Like, after sideboarding, we do have some counter spell or some discard or removal, or else we're just gonna lose to our opponent's jank. Hey, it's a creature. And a creature. And 2 lands. And some creatures. And a Mire Triton. We got no luck. Got no luck. Get in, hit ya. Yeah, I mean, the reach is important here. Opponent taps. Land. Goes to combat. Swings. We will take it. Opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a second game where all of our creatures are at the bottom of our library. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these 18 cards have to be 12 creatures? LOL! Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The 1 year resub. That is insane. Thank you so much. Oh, got your vaccine. Congratulations, crazy man. Yeah, I got my first one. I still got to get my second one in a couple weeks, but excited for that for sure. Well, Pelucranos. Do you have a counter? Oh, that's huge. That's huge. That's huge. There is hope. Well, we will fight Spectral Sailor. Fight Terramander. Oh! Oh! Oh, spider spotting! You better stay on defense, spider. You know what the most hilarious thing? The one spider might actually be responsible for us winning this game. If we did not have that reach blocker, we would have been dead by now. So the 7 mana 1/2 reach might actually be good enough. Opponent, Curiosities, we mill. Murderous Rider. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. 7 spiders. Head ya. Oh, I'm sorry, opponent. I'm a jerk. We could have just said lethal, but we got it. We got to get spiders. The 7 mana 1/2 saves the day. Opponent passes. All of our creatures were at the bottom of our library for sure. Go to combat. Attack with the spiders and all right. Oh, wait. Opponent. We could have milled for more spider spawnings, opponent. We're trying to be nice to you. Okay, see? Spider spawning. Spider spawning. That was pretty good. All right. Well, that was that was not insane, but all right. Let's look at the deck a little bit before we play it some more. We got the win though, and we made a bunch of spiders, and we rank up. Get back some of the rank we lost with Iceberg Cancerix. So what are your suggestions, chat? Everyone had suggestions. I can see. So I can see. Okay. here's the pinch. We need as many creatures as possible. So going into Abzan and having Unburial Rights does seem sweet. And maybe it's worth it. But we can't cut too many non-creatures for creatures. That's kind of the concern. I don't believe there's any Delirium cards. If am I spelling it wrong? I guess it doesn't make a difference. No matter how I spell it, there is no there does not appear to be any. Yeah, and Burial Rights is a thing. Alright, I can see the MDFC plan. I can get behind that. So, like, go down 2 forests. Bring in Floral Hedrons. Are there any other creature MDFCs that are actually worth it? Mammoth's not really exciting. I could see playing a Balagad Recovery, even though it's not a creature. Just playing a copy. I don't think we want to go too heavy on the tap lands. I mean, if we're going to go MDFCs, then Aghanim's Awakening also makes sense. 1, 2. Something like that, maybe? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. I mean, the milling side, Egon's just a one of, but I think the milling side's okay. I can see removing Cauldron, although I like being able to get back some of the big stuff from the graveyard. Hoof and Rights is going to make the MDFC plan worse, I think. Or more difficult. Maybe with a Triome it would work, sort of. Is our mana going to be functional? So I guess we got to do that, and then we'd have to go, like, Pathways, probably. That might be okay-ish. And then you could add, like, 2 Unburial Rights, 1 Crater Hoof. You don't like Lord of Extinction? Lord of Extinction's so unique, though. Alright, go down the Egon. Hopefully this man is not too inconsistent. I think we gotta play Pathways in this one for the Unburial Rights. Yeah, the artifact half is the best half, I think, of Egon in this deck. Like, Murderous Rider or Chupacabra could be fine. Like, can we cut more spells? How many creatures can we have? Is a Zoni worth it? I don't think the Lord of Extinction... Hey, what's up, Cordius? How are you? I don't think that having 1 Lord of Extinction as a reanimation target's too bad. There are some games where it'll probably just win. Green Finale Tutor's not a creature, though. And our deck does not make that much mana. I could see playing 1 Garuda. Just in the actual main deck. Graveyard. Gets back Hoof, gets back Azoni, gets back Chupacabra. Yeah, Great Baker Lamia. I feel like since we need to mass mill anyway, it doesn't do that much. Allosaurus Shepherd. Green spells can't be countered. Well, if only it was good with spiders. If it pumps spiders, I think we could just use Thought Season to Rest to get around counter spells. The Abzan enchantment, Death's Oasis, I think. But it's really hard to put non-creatures in there. That's kind of the hard part, is we need so many creatures. Let's... We have 61 cards still, so we gotta cut something. Let's try it like this, maybe. We have a new donation from Dryce. Hey, Seth, when Richard said that Fatal Push is too good for Bot Around the podcast, why did no one tell him that he be tripping? Oh, lost opportunity. Lost opportunity. Should have told him that he be tripping. All right, let's try it. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Oh, yeah, I consider Terravor. Terravor gets worse the more MDFCs we play, though. The more MDFCs, the worse Terravor gets. And we added a... Oh, yeah, we wanted... Massacre Girl, I don't think we want in the main deck, but I think it'd be fine. A good sideboard option. A fine sideboard option, at least. Yeah, we'll try it. I don't think we can't Grafdigger's Cage, can we? Alright. Alright, let's try it. Spiders 2.0, new and improved. Oh, a sack outlet to sacrifice stuff on the battlefield? Yeah. Although, I think we might want more synergies because our spiders are arguably worse than the creatures we'd be sacking outside of Stitcher Supplier. So we might need more like sacrifice synergies to really make it worth it. Well, okay. Go MDFCs, I guess. Looks like Angels Part 2. Well, these 2 Chupacabras could be good if this is the Angel deck again. Well, I think we upped our creature count significantly, which is good. That's very good. Hopefully we hit lands. Man, I wonder if there's no way to make Oops All Spells in Historic yet, is there? Well, Skull Prophet. Come on, lands. Come on, lands. Preferably not MDFCs. Lands for Chupacabras. Chups and Goops. Gonna save the day. Yeah, it's definitely Angel Collecting Company. Best deck in the format, blah, blah, blah. Fiend Artisan could be interesting. Oh, now we need to land even more desperately. No, sir. Well, Skull Prophet take 2. Bola Citadel MDFCs? Yeah, that can kind of work. Poda gets it. No blocks. Down to 10 already. Please, lads. We have 3 4-mana removal spells, technically, but... Oh, no, they got Coco. Tide Taker. Alright. Well, apparently we're not meant to play Magic that game. What should I do in Mono Red vs. Angels? Rampaging Ferocidon? Probably. I think I think that's where I would start. Life gain hate. Because there's no way you're gonna, I don't think there's any way you're going to beat Angels without life gain hate. You don't think Chupacabra is good? Well, I would say it probably looked a little worse than it is, considering we were stuck on 2 lands all game. Sack guy. Wait, what's the sack guy? Yeah, I mean, it is a Ween shirt. Yeah, I think give Choops a chance. Give it a chance in a game where we actually draw lands and can actually cast our spells. Most of the cards in our deck are gonna look bad when we draw 2 lands and no action. All right, this is a hand that could actually work. These are the kind of situations where I do like pathways. Like, I think they're not bad as a way to splash like an off-color card like Unburial Rites, where it's the only white card in our entire deck. So being able to have like Branchcloth Pathway, yeah, I mean, if we need white for Unburial Rites, we can play it on it. Otherwise, it's basically just a forest. So I think that's one of the best uses of pathways outside of standard. Number 1 Modest Mouse album, probably Moon and Antarctica. Although Lonesome Crowded Res, those are my 2 top tier. Lonesome Crowded Res, Moon and Antarctica are, I think, essential Modest Mouse in my opinion. And then what is the name of the one with Float on it? It's not called Float On, is it? Whatever the next one was, like their big breakout pop album. It actually has a lot of good songs on it. But it did change the production quite a bit. But it still has some good songs. Good news for the people who like bad news, yeah. I think that ranks below, but I think it's still a pretty decent album. I would say. Well, Llanowar Elves. Pathway on green. Pass the turn. Opponent. Yeah, that was definitely the album that went mainstream. It was kind of hilarious as someone who always liked indie music and like Modest Mouse that all of a sudden, whatever year that was, 2005 or whatever, all of a sudden Modest Mouse had like the song of the summer. I think that Float On was like the number one hit of the summer essentially, and I would have never guessed. I guess though at that time, you could say that maybe indie had like a moment with mainstream, like from 2000 and like I don't know 1 through 2005 or something. That was this weird time when indie music was actually fairly, nothing good in the graveyard. When indie music actually was like fairly popular mainstream wise. That's when we had like I'm trying to think what else. Oh no, more Go. Well, that's not great. Yeah, Wilco, White Stripes kind of went mainstream and had like hits on the radio. I'm trying to think what other bands from that era. I feel like there were other ones too, where you would sometimes just turn on the radio and you'd be like, wait, this is some random indie band. Arcade Fire got pretty popular. I used to like the Shins. I don't remember if they. Oh, that's the worst. Well, I guess that's the game. Stitcher Supplier. Yeah. If our opponent had not drawn Scavenging Ooze, we win, but they drew Scavenging Ooze, so, yeah. Well, try another one. Oh, I forgot about Pinback. Pinback had a very unique smooth sound. Oh, I don't know about... I don't know about Galactic Company. Give us Ether Vial, or give us Death. I'm going to look in Modern. I'm genuinely curious. Does Galactic Company or Ether Vial see more play in Modern? I wonder if either are in the most played list. They might not be. Ether Vial 29. Alright, well. So in Modern, Collected Company is behind Ether Vial at the moment. I guess that's an argument for not putting it into Historic. Alright, well, some sort of control deck. Hey, good game, B. Opponent ups. Opponents. Well, Floral Hedron. Opponent. Oh boy. Alright, so it is control. Oh, well, okay, we'll see about it. Plays a land. Opponent had Scavenging Ooze, so we couldn't use any of our graveyard stuff. Scavenging Ooze and a green mana just ends that plan. If they didn't have the Scavenging Ooze, then we probably could have won, or we at least could have wrathed the board. Maze Mind's Tome. I'll play Stitcher Supplier. Mill. Oh, it would have been... Oh, no! I feel like our random milling has been horrendous. When we need lands, we mill them. When we need creatures, we mill lands. I feel like that has happened through all of our games. We've never just had, like, decent milling or good milling. It's always opposite. Well, play a land, untapped. This would be sweet, but now our opponent has many manas. Yeah. Well, Stitcher Supplier. Mills of Guards. Do I like musicals? No, not really. I like music. But, musicals, not especially. Well, hit you to 15. About it. Yeah, being not a creature is kind of a deal breaker with spider spawning. We have a hard time getting enough creatures in the graveyard with us playing like 100% creatures. So I think adding more is probably not a good plan. Opponent discards a Maze Mind's Tome. Wow, Sarkane. Tap land. One card in hand. It's a treasure map. Well, Unburial Rites. Cavalier. Castle Lockwain. Unburial Rites does feel pretty good. Hit the Sarkhan, hit the Sarkhan, hit our opponent. Sarkhan out of here. Trio. Go. Anything good in the graveyard? No. No, where's our spider spawnings? We have not milled a single spider spawning. Iceberg Cancerix, the crabs 5 through 8 is not very good. Vape juice? Yeah. It was vape juice. Yeah, we don't want to do this. Mill, mill, mill. Mill, mill, mill. Decline. Well, on burial rights. For Garuda. Gets a floral hedron. Glowspore shaman. Alright, that's the spider spawning finally. The spiders are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? We'll put a land on top, just in case. Pass the turn. Here comes the spiders. Here comes the spiders. It's finally happening. Wait. Glee did a Ween episode? I've never watched Glee, but I would watch a Ween episode. Yeah, I mean, spider spawning? Is it happening? Yes! 17 spiders! Dreams are being lived! That was it! That's what we wanted! Why not Zodiac to Crater Hoof? Because we are trying to spider spawning. Oh, take that control! Okay. That was very good. That was very good. We'll go down some creature removal. Go down Pelucranos. That actually kind of worked that time. Maybe a glow spore and ooh, a glow spore. Try it like that. Oh, vaping, yeah. Vaping for me, I never recommend for anyone to pick up vaping. But for me, it was a way to work on quitting smoking. A bad habit from the band, playing in bands and stuff, kind of goes along with the culture of that for some reason. At least that was my experience. So I think it's a good harm reduction option if you're someone who smokes. But if you do not smoke, I would definitely not recommend. Doing neither is definitely optimal. What do we do? 1, 2. Yeah. I guess we put recovery to the bottom. Did I quit? Mostly. Everyone's not 1,000%, but 99%. So it's definitely helped for sure, I would say. So yeah, I see it as like a harm reduction type thing. I think it's good for that, but also definitely I don't talk about it much, not because I'm ashamed of vaping. Like, I think for me it's been good, but I don't want to like incidentally encourage people to do it, because I really think that unless you're someone who smokes and is trying to quit smoking, I don't think it's something I would recommend for people. So that's why I don't like smoke because I think you could just like vape on stream or whatever. So, but yeah, I don't want to accidentally be responsible for someone starting vaping. Although if you're somebody who smokes, I would definitely encourage you to pick up vaping over smoking. No, I don't think I'm ashamed of smoking. I don't think it's that. I don't think I was ever ashamed of smoking. It's more, it's not healthy. Meyer Triton. Mill a couple cards. Llanowar. Opponent loots. Well, if we can get enough creatures in the graveyard and resolve a spell, then maybe the The spider spawning could do something. We're probably going to get Wrath, though. Decent amount of control decks running around today. I'll go to combat. This Castle Lockwain's probably going to be good. Attack the Teferi. Opponent scries. To the bottom. Wow, they let it die? Okay. Interesting decision. I don't know why our opponent chose to let it die, but we will take it. Pathway on white. Pathway's doing its thing. Yeah, we have the mana, so if they Wrath... Ooh. Well, Thoughtseize you. Make sure we don't get settled. Opponent scries. Yeah, Spider Spawning is pretty good Wrath protection. Yeah, Cardboard Life hasn't updated with all the new cards yet, I don't think. So, none of the Historic Anthology cards have been showing up for some reason. Whoa, opponent scoops it up. All right, Spider Spawning. Taking out the control deck. Are we 2-0 with this deck since we rebuild it? Maybe? Maybe Spider Spawnings's a real thing. All right. One more. Oh, yeah, we lost to Ooze. Just kidding. We're not 2-0. I had already blocked that Ooze out of my mind. Done. Gone. Forever. All right, Spiders. Can we beat 17? 17 Spiders was pretty good. Can we get higher than that? That would be impressive. All right, not control. Let's play non-control. Oh, and then also reminder that Friday bonus Commander stream over on Tomer's stream on the Commander YouTube at 6 o'clock Eastern time. Cool. Oh, don't tempt me with Anointed Procession. Every time we play Anointed Procession, we end up crashing Arena. I mean, I guess this is fine. Hoof in hand's a little awkward, but our mana's good. We can mill. We can ramp. Hopefully we mill Spider Spawning, and it kills our opponent. Alright. Looks like a Death Shadow deck. Well, let the milling begin. Well, there's a Spider Spawning and a couple creatures. Alright, we gotta get to 7 mana without dying. I guess getting to 6 mana with a Zoni in hand's not the worst. Stream schedule now is Mondays and Tuesdays at 2 Eastern. So 2 afternoon streams. And then Thursdays, 6 p.m. Eastern. So 2 afternoon streams and 1 evening stream, basically. About it. Attacks. No blocks. Well, tap, land, go. These triumphs are a bit painful. About it. Interesting. Stormfist Crusader. Well, we do like drawing cards. Mire Triton. Triome. Go. Draw a card. Down to 17. Is our opponent playing Knights? Is this a Knights deck? Murderous Rider. Alright. Attacks. Ugh, down to 14. Grows the Dark. Ooh, well, down to 11. Skull Prophet. Floral Hedron. We got to try to get to this Azoni, I think, to put up a wall of defense, or we're going to die. All right, that's a non-pain land. Okay, maybe. It's always a Death Shadow deck. They're always Death Shadow decks. We don't have any Death Shadow tech in this deck either, which is probably not great. Ooh, Molder Hulk could be worth considering. I could see Molder Hulk being sweet. Opponent, land. Attacks with everything. Oh, how do we block here? We want to kill things, but if we lose our mana dorks, we can't Azoni. Aria Flame would be interesting. That would be good against Death Shadow. Drawing Spider spawning would be helpful. The problem is this lets our opponent ping Floral Hedron. Oh. Okay. Embercleave. Ban it. Ban it. Well, so making a bunch of 1/1s doesn't even help here, right? We still just lose. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Embercleave. Opponent even did a little rub-in removal spell. Well, Languish in. Massacre Girl in. Assassin's Trophy in. Geigen down. Glowspore Shaman. Acolyte of Affliction, Chupacabra? Something like that. You don't like Cleave, but you want Temur Battle Rage. I mean, Temur Battle Rage is a much narrower card, I would say. Why do we always have Craterhoof in hand this match? It's a much narrower card. So, with Battle Rage hits you once. Embercleave, it doesn't have to kill you. So Battle Rage pretty much only sees play with, essentially, like, green, black, I guess? Well, that's fun. Fun. That's gonna make our main plan a lot worse. Apparently our opponent does not like spiders. It really only sees play with Kiln Fiend and Death Shadow. It's not something that just like any random deck can play. It also requires a creature with power 4 or greater. Well, sure. Oh, we should have, I guess, brought in more Leyline hate. Maybe we want Rexage. Maybe we can play Knight of Autumn. Maybe we have enough white mana. About it. Remember that it's their turn. Plays a Bone Crusher Giant. We cannot get away from this Craterhoof. Mill some lands we need. Pass the turn. Oh, about it. Spawn of Mayhem. Well, we draw land. Pass the turn. No attacks. Like, even if we Massacre Girl, is it even helpful? So our opponents just Rakdos things. Well, I mean, one thing we've learned is if you play Broken Eldraine cards, you can kind of fill in with whatever you want, in all honesty. Like, if you play Broken Eldraine cards, like, you play the adventure cards, all of a sudden Showdown of the Skalds is playable, like, you name any random set of, like, 12 cards, and you're like, oh, that's great now. This is amazing. I broke it. Embercleave's kind of the same way. A little bit like, you can throw in any random creatures, and if you got if you got Bone Crusher Giant and you got Embercleave, your deck's probably you're gonna be great. You're gonna be top tier. You broke it. Hey Seth. Yeah, so well now we're seeing the downside of Massacre Girl, I guess, which is it doesn't do anything here. All right, we're gonna concede and we'll try one more. Last game of the stream. One more shot. Leia and Avoid apparently good against spider spawning. Who would have guessed? All right, last one. Last one. What cycling cards would you play? Hey Seth, I sent you a Salt Ice Snow deck a few weeks ago. If I want to send decks for Budget Magic against that, should I write a longer in-depth emails, or just the title and MTG Goldfish link is good enough? Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to write a huge in-depth thing. I mean, I guess if the stream, or I guess if the email, if the deck is built around a very convoluted combo, or there's something about it that you don't think I'm gonna get, then sure, give me a write up for it or a breakdown of the confusing part. But in general, I usually know what the idea is for the most part. So a link and a heading is typically fine. Well, Meyer Triton. Well, there's a Crater Hoof. This is going to be Choop's time to shine. We have not seen Choops in a minute. This might be the time. Although it's an Embercleave deck. Is it true that I am the sexiest beard in Magic? I mean, better than Vince at least. A lot of people had some decent beards over quarantine, but apparently they're all going away now, so probably. About it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if random 2-mana cyclers are fast enough. They could be worth considering. Opponent's got some removal. Boy. Well, tap land. About it. Wow, is this Frostbite in a deck with no snow? Gruul Spellbreaker. Grows the Dork. Goes attacking. Well, Chupacabra. Kill the Spellbreakers, grow the Dorks. How many creatures in our graveyard? 2? Huh, 2 is not a very high number. I guess we can go up to 3 if we chump. Still not a high enough number to beat Embercleave. We've played Turgid a few... Frostbite, sure. We've played Turgid a few times. Jeez. Alright, Spellbreaker again. Opponent goes attacking. This is... Oh, boy. Kind of having second thoughts about these MDFC lands. Like... These MDFCs are just killing us. Do we even show spider spawning? Then they're going to bring in... Yeah, we're going to die. Then they're going to bring in Graveyard Hate. Yeah, I don't know. We tried the MDFC lands. I'm not 100% on whether they are worth it or not. Maybe some number, but maybe not to the extent that we are. It seems like they are pretty punishing in aggro matchups where we really need to be able to cast our stuff on time. I do like Floral Hedron being able to up our creature count, but I don't know. Not sure on the MDFCs. Like, in that matchup, having to either play off curve or take 6 damage was pretty much death. I mean, I guess we were up against aggro and they were on the play, blah, blah, blah. Do you think no ban list previous standards would have been fun? I'm thinking of testing all these broken cards and thought, oh, if everything's overpowered, then nothing is. Wait, so, like, play broken decks from past standards against each other? Was that the theory? Glow Spore. Probably take the forest past the turn. I mean, if we can get our up to 5 and then 6 mana, good things could happen. We'll take Brawler. Triumph tapped. Past the turn. Oh, that's what Wizards did. I see. Opponents. Yeah, we did the ban bracket. There were some interesting matchups, but broken decks from like 2017 in general do not keep up with broken decks from 2020. I muted this person. What, do you gotta mute him every game? Wow, good thing our opponent does not know how to attack. Unmute. Hello. Mute. Wow, if our opponent attacked with everything there, we would have actually been in trouble. Our opponent helloed us and then just attacked with the odd crop crasher. Opponent. So, oh man. So they're gonna have Embercleave anyway after all this? Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Block. Get cleaved. See, if you got Eldraine, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you attack right or not. It doesn't matter. There's no... And we miss our land drops, and we lose. Okay. Yeah, well, and that's the end of the spider tale. Pass the turn. Opponent. Burning Tree Emissary, sure. Another on-crop crasher, attacks with everything, and, well, so what did we learn? We learned that Historic Anthology, outside of a few select cards, is just not very competitive. We have played pretty much all the cards, and it is one of the weaker editions. What did we learn today? I mean, spider spawning is kind of fun, but honestly, it's not really anywhere near competitive in Historic. It's really slow. It has a pretty strict deck building requirement where you got to play essentially all creatures, and it costs a ton of mana. If you got 7 mana, you should just be winning the game rather than making some spiders to jump block with. The mill deck, the problem was Cancerix. Cancerix was just really bad. Milling 2, not enough. But the good news is, I mean, a lot of things lose to Embercleave, so I guess can't get too bent out of shape about losing to Embercleave because literally everything loses to Embercleave. So you just gotta accept that. Eldraine exists, it's gonna kill you sometimes. It's not your fault, don't take it personally. It's on Wizards. It's Wizards' fault. That's my internal dialogue with Embercleave. Don't blame yourself. It's Wizards that printed Eldraine. It's Wizards that said they didn't think about Okoing their opponent's creatures. It's not your fault. But anyway, the good news is, even though our stream is wrapping up for today, we will be back on Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern, with another one, and then bonus stream on Friday on Tober's channel, and more importantly, Thursday, Time Spiral Remastered should be out, so we will be able to check out some new Time Spiral Remastered Limited. I'm sure we'll do some more Chandra tribaling at some point, because Chandras are sweet. So reminders on the way out the door. Replay YouTube, that's where you'd find the old streams. Normal YouTube, tons of stuff going up out there. Tomorrow's Against the Odds. One more look at Historic, finally harmless offering? I guess just offering stuff to our opponents. So check that out as well. And one more reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magical cards, you can get them at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Y'all are amazing and awesome and lovely. And I hope you have a amazing Tuesday night. Have an amazing Wednesday, and I will see you on Thursday for Time Spiral Remastered. So until then, everyone, I love you all. Have a great one, and I'll see you on Thursday.